Hello guys, welcome back to another episode of Q Talks. My name is Ukama if you're new here, and if you're a regular, welcome back bestie. And to my newbies, please consider subscribing. I would appreciate it a whole deal. I know I missed the Sunday. I will explain, but for now, let's roll the intro.
So I'ma enjoy this moment. It's the day that the Lord has made.
Okay, before we get in, I just want to apologize for skipping a Sunday. It's just that I was working and it was impossible to produce a YouTube video. So I do apologize, but I'm back today. I'm back with another episode as promised. And yeah, before we get into today's topic, I just want to give us the song of the day. And the song of the day is Endaweni by Ducky Fiction. I randomly came across it again, and the lyrics of that song are just so, could I say, prominent in how I'm feeling today. Because Wandi Tata Mkwebe, eh. Endaweni. I love that song so much. Go check them out. They are on Spotify, all those streaming platforms, they are there. All right, guys, let's get into today's topic. And today's topic, I'm going to title it Decentering Men or Romantic Relationships because yeah, it's just something I thought I should speak about. And just a warning that this episode is not going to be structured in any way. I didn't write down any notes. I'm just going to be speaking on the top of my head. So it's going to be like we're on a FaceTime call, except that you can't respond to me. You can just respond to me in the comments below. And let's dive into this topic. The reason why this topic is on top of my head is because I saw a TikTok video. Yes, it was a TikTok video of it seemed like it was women at this conference and they were weeping. I mean, they were wailing, okay? And I mean, it was a bit of a video, so it wasn't the full context of the video, but they were praying about their husbands and how they want the mantle of marriage or something like that. But it was spooky, to say the least. Okay, I get, guys, praying for a husband. Obviously, if you want something, you need to pray about it, whether it is a job, whether it is a car, whether it's a house, and especially your husband, because that's going to be the person that you spend the rest of your life with, right? But then when you start making that your whole identity, you being someone's wife, and the whole purpose of your life is finding your husband, it kind of starts becoming an idol. And that's a little to me, you know what I mean? And I feel like so many women feel so unaccomplished or incomplete without a husband. And I feel it is because of how society obviously brings us up that, I don't know, women are just brought up to be wives, to be honest. Even how our toys are structured, we're just brought up to be these people that are tending, that are always helping someone. Your whole life's purpose, maybe your life's purpose is being a wife, but I do not think that every single woman out there's life's purpose is to be someone's wife. You know what I mean? And we need to be content in our singleness, because first of all, I am single. I'm 30, and I feel like this is the age where people come to me and be like, girl, are you gonna get married, or why aren't you dating? If you're not dating now, when are you gonna get married? Do you want to have kids? And I'm just like, yes, I do want to get married. Yes, I do want to have kids. But one thing about me, I do not settle for the bare minimum. So if I have to lower my standards in order to have a husband, I'm not going to do that respectfully. You know what I mean? I'm not going to dim my light or lower myself in order to appease some man to be with me. You know what I mean? Or I'm not going to accept bare minimum because that's what the first guy is offering me. I feel like we're at a stage in life where women are just doing... So Tina, women are so unapologetically... English. Women are just so themselves where it's men are like an accessory to your life. And I feel like that grates men's titties a bit because they're so mad that woman's shift is no longer in them being a wife, but it is in them, finding their own happiness, their own thing, right? Okay, I feel like I'm all over the place with this topic, but I say all this to say, yes, I do want to get married. Yes, I do want a husband. But I am not going to dim my light, lower my standards to get that said husband. I feel like the right husband for me will be one that accelerates me, one that makes me a greater person than I am right now, one that encourages me to chase after my dreams, one that isn't, first of all, jealous of me, intimidated of me, and one that is able to, a husband where we can raise each other up, you know what I mean? Because so many times I find that women get into marriages and all of a sudden they let go of their dreams. And I'm just like, why? You know what I mean? Your husband shouldn't cause you to put your dream in the back burner. Instead, he should be the one helping accelerate your dream, helping you reach greater heights, even you know what I mean? But I feel like so many men get into relationships with strong women, and they get so intimidated by that strong woman where they start dimming their light and using manipulative tactics to bring down their confidence so that they don't pursue their dreams anymore. Like, I remember I saw some guy on TikTok. He was like, oh, my wife doesn't want to be a stay-at-home wife. And he was so angry about it. First of all, I think this lady had like a PhD or something like that. She was a tenure. And he wants her to leave all that for his social media career. I was like, first of all, why? If your wife doesn't want to be a stay-at-home wife, so what? Why don't you get a helper? Because he was like, oh, he wants the wife to stay home so that she can help him with his dreams, so that they can get a life bigger than what they have right now. And I'm just like, well, if you have all this money, why? And you see that your wife doesn't want to go to become a stay-at-home wife. Why don't you hire help? Why don't you hire a nanny? Why don't you hire cleaners so that you both can pursue your dreams, If you guys are both big dreamers, why does one person have to sacrifice their dream over the other? I understand that in a marriage, there are periods where sometimes one person is going to have to sacrifice something, but I don't think it is worth it. It is worth you sacrificing your whole dream and discarding your whole dream, maybe putting it on pause while you guys work on this one goal, then coming back to it, and then they put their one on hold, and then you guys work on this. But to discard your whole dream because now you have a husband and kids, I don't know. To me, that just does not sound worth it. And I feel like I come from a family where there are single women who are thriving and who are happy. And there are also married women who are thriving, who are happy. And I've also seen women who have been married, miserable, left their husbands, weren't miserable, and started thriving. So for me, I feel like it is not worth it to stay in a toxic relationship. Above everything, choose yourself and your happiness. This is not to say that your relationship is going to be tough. But guys, I can tell you one thing. God doesn't call you to suffer in marriage. And the suffering I'm talking about is a man that cheats on you constantly. I don't think that is what being imbogodo means, guys. I don't think we are called to stay with cheating men. I can never wrap my head around staying with a cheating man. One thing's for sure. Men will leave you when you cheat because men know their worth. And y'all, there are those men that say, oh my gosh, no, a woman cheating is different. Don't tell, that's BS. Oh no, because it takes longer for a woman to cheat. But for men, I can decide now and it happens now. No, please, those are stupid. That's a stupid argument. Cheating is a choice. Whether the choice happens over a couple of months or a couple of seconds, it is still a choice that you made. And for me, I cannot settle for that. But anyway, this is all to say, it is time for us to decenter men. That video I saw of those women wailing, calling marriage a mantle and them getting on their knees on TikTok, I was scared. Because it seems like now we've made marriage an idol. And it's like, okay, yes, you're praying about marriage, but will you still be content and happy with God if he doesn't give you that husband, if he doesn't give you that child? You know what I mean? You can't postpone your happiness for a time when the marriage will be there or the child will be there. You need to be happy now. You know what I mean? But I feel like it takes time getting there because Nzotina, it's not an easy process, Betuna, to, let's say it's something you really, really desired and all of a sudden you're trying to like not make it an idol and stuff like that. It's not easy to get there. The first step into getting there is starting to invest in yourself. Start investing in your happiness. Start investing in the things that you love to do instead of refining yourself to be the perfect wife. You know what I mean? Because I feel like the perfect wife is one who is perfectly themselves. So I think let's get hobbies, you know what I mean? Let's start doing things that we love. And I feel like in that midst of falling in love with ourselves and seeking God and doing the things we love, that's when we will find true love and true happiness, because it will find us at a place where we're not seeking it out of desperation, where then we take the first person that comes and accept things that are so unacceptable. But it will come where we're so fulfilled and we're able to be like, actually, no, I don't want that. And no, you're not going to treat me like that. And you will see when you're in that mindset, you will get a partner that values you for who you are, one that helps you build your dreams, and one that loves you more than you could ever imagine, and one that will not have you sleeping at night, aging like sour milk. And yeah, guys, I don't know, but what do you guys think about this whole marriage topic? So yeah, I say all this to say, work on yourself, work on your own happiness, and stop postponing happiness for a time where you feel like your life will be perfect and then that's when you need to start living. No, I've actually come up with a thing now. It's like every month I need to put something down that I look forward to. So this month I'm going to Naisna. Next month I need to figure out what I'm going to do, because I'm not going to postpone my happiness to a time where I feel like it will be ideal for me to live my life. I need to start living my life now. And my husband will find me wherever I am. But one thing I can say is that I'm working on me. Yes, I'm going to pray to find a good husband. Yes, I'm going to pray for my future husband and stuff like that. But I'm not going to focus on that thing so much that it becomes an idol. Because remember, it's so easy to idolize things. And we need to be careful to not do that, because God hates idolatry, right? So, and also, like, once you start making something an idol, actually, that's when you can block that blessing in your life. Because currently me and my small prayer group are doing a little series called Can You Limit God? And idolatry is one of the points that say that you can limit God by making things an idol. If you actually want me to bring that topic over here onto my YouTube channel, maybe for season 2 of Q Talks, let me know, because it's a very interesting topic. And the title is just like, what do you mean I can limit God? But then when you deep dive into it, you're just like, oh, yeah, you know what? You can. Just like how the Israelites limited God by their complaining and doubting and unbelief. You can limit God. But anyway, that's a topic for another day. If you guys want me to speak about it, let me know. Type it in the comments below, then I'll speak about it. All right, guys, and just like that, we've come to the end of this episode. Comment down below, actually, are you the type that wants to get married, or are you good with not getting married? Because I feel like the older I get, the more I meet more women who are just like, I'm good, I don't need a man. Men bring more stress than anything else. So let me know on which side of the coin you are on. That would be very interesting to find out. And yes, before I end it off, I'm just going to give you guys the verse of the day. And it comes from Hebrews 3, verse 5 to 6. And it says, trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. Seek his will in all you do, and he will show you which path to take. And I feel like this is so important, to first seek his will in all that we do, and then he will show us the path to take. I feel like, and I'm guilty of this, so many times we'll find ourselves in a situation and then seek his will and ask him to please make this path that we're on straight for us. But that's not how it should work. you need to first seek his will and then he will show you what path to take. So you need to first pray for the husband and then he will bring it. Not you get a guy and then pray for that guy to be your husband. It doesn't work like that, unfortunately. But anyway, guys, I love you guys so much. And I will see you guys on season 2 of Q Talks. And on that season, I'm so excited. I'm going to be interviewing my parents and I'm so excited. Just like that, we've come to the end of season 1 of Q Talks. I am so excited for season 2. I'm going to be having some exciting guests, one of which being my father, because he was very upset that I didn't mention him in episode 1. So he wants a whole episode dedicated to himself. So I'll be interviewing both my parents and I'm so excited for them to share their wisdom and their experiences of the world. And let me know also what topics you guys want me to speak about with my guest speakers. But I'm so excited for what's to come on this podcast channel. I love you guys oh so much. I am praying for y'all. Love you guys. Bye.